Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back from the OPTC video, and in today's video, it's day 3 of Grand Party, and in today's video, we're testing TOT MUSICA 6+ was requested over on the YouTube poll for the next legend that we do showcase for GP. And in today's video, we are running some sort of INT Psy teams, Psy's kind of making a trend rolling through all the teams, as well as like an INT-driven based team, obviously with TOT MUSICA built around INT-driven. So she's a pretty good GP leader. Her GP ability lets her boost Driven, Int, and Psy. She's great there, and her burst does a lot of damage, 4,000 fixed damage to 2 enemies like 3 or 4 times. So she's pretty good. Let me know if you're enjoying TOT MUSICA, or let me know who you guys are using as your GP leader in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed these kind of videos, obviously belt the like button for me if you're new to the channel. Like 50% of you guys that are watching aren't subs. So if you're new or you haven't done so, hit the big red subscribe button. Most importantly, enjoy the video, and let's dive into some Grand Party PvP. Alright, so fight numero uno is against a bot. But look, we have one retry left. We're testing out Uta 6+. So I'm not really going to go in like guns blazing here. So I do want to have a quick look at the team setups. And we've got slashes first. There's a lot of slashes. So I feel like we're going to rock our Psy team. Then we'll try the Int Stolly team. And then we'll run TOT MUSICA after that. So let's take on this particular team. We're going to rock it off like this. Let's do it. Let's do it. Now we are running, obviously, TOT MUSICA as our GP leader and our GP burst. She only has a 1-turn GP burst, but it's fairly good. It does a lot of damage. She boosts Int and Psy characters, as well as Driven. So you kind of want to build out Driven Psy teams or Driven Int teams. Driven Int is very easy to do. Or just build out sort of an Int team in general. That could also work. But for this team, Enel's pretty much the only unit that we have that is Driven, but everything's Psy. Besides Dalton, but like everything's Psy. That's always fun. Should work very, very nicely. I might look at a different booster for the bench instead of Dalton. Otherwise, like maybe like a Driven character. So that way we can just get a little bit more buffs. I don't even know if there's really an in-driven or a side-driven, but this is going to look like an absolute wrap here. Ugh. Of course, I don't have the thing set to the right. I tried to make it. I tried to make it right, chat. I apologize. But this should be a wipe. Oh, we got special one on our Yamato. That's kind of annoying. And now they've got Dory and Brogy in. Dory and Brogy are actually just really scary when you are versing Psy teams, or when you're using a Psy team. Especially for this team, we have Enel, Yamato, and Kuzen, all strikers. Whitebeard Roger are gonna hit us really hard here. Ouch. Oh no. Oh no. That was terrifying. This is terrifying. What the hell's going on? What the hell is going on? We can't lose this fight. This is meant to be a bot fight. This is meant to be a bot fight. The hell was that? You hit one unit. Oh, Dory's gonna pop off. No! You might lose this. Odin, please. Okay. Killing Whitebeard Roger just immediately makes me feel so much better. Whitebeard Roger are just terrifying. This should have just been an easy clap, so that's super interesting that it wasn't. But nevertheless, we get the dub. Whitebeard Roger as a GP leader, obviously are very, very scary. But we are going to take on Dex now, and we're going to sort of test out the Int Stolly sort of team. Now, I've come up against this team quite a bit in regular Rumble. It does look a little bit different in regular Rumble because I think it does use stuff like Moria to like halve stats instead of Whitebeard. But I need Moria for my other team, so that's kind of okay. GP burst straight away, terrifying. 40% HP cut off right off the bat, terrifying. Now the idea here is I really just want to test this team. However, it does only run 7 units, while most teams will run 8 units. So I might need to sort of look at changing that, getting another unit on the team. But because we are rocking Sengoku and We are using Enel just because we had the extra spots. We can't really run. We can't really run an extra unit unless we drop a legend, right? And then we just bring a whole bunch of like, what's it called? Like Pirate Festival rare recruits. But the idea here is to not only build our GP stat, or GP burst I should say, sorry. But again, to sort of just try and stall out the opponent and sort of see how we go there. The team has a lot of healing. It has a lot of debuffing. It has a lot of damage over time. As you can see, we're just healing with Perona, healing with Sengoku, healing with Komurasaki. We're doing HP cuts with Whitebeard, which is great, 10% HP cuts. And then Whitebeard also can do big damage at the back end. Do we literally only do... Okay, I was going to say, what the hell? I don't think I've ever versus Mihawk in Pyron Block, ever. That's super interesting. Special Seal. That Special Seal actually could be like a bit of our downfall, right? Damn, 6,000 damage. Now we get guard, we get some more healing. Really need Komurasaki's heal to actually like go. That would be great. However, if we don't kill anything... Oh my god, Komurasaki. Please, Komurasaki, thank you. If we don't kill anything, he's actually going to get the win here. And we also need to kill 2 units because if you have a stalemate, you actually lose. Now we're in deep trouble. Anil in the back end of a fight, though, because we only have 6 units, could actually be good for us. Provided we don't lose some special charge on him, which we did. So I'll probably look at changing this team. I don't think I'm a fan of it. I think we'll have to look at sort of doing some sort of driven-y based team. Maybe the quick driven team. We might bring the quick driven team in. Okay, well, Enel actually... Oh, okay, he used the GP burst here, which is interesting, because that means we're not going to have to worry about it in the final fight. Whitebeard might kill 1 more unit here, because he's got, like, just a trap. It didn't hit him? Hit the swordsman, dude. My god, Whitebeard, you suck. They were so scattered. They were so scattered. Alright, well, I think we might change that to the quick driven-y sort of centric team. I think that's probably the play. But yeah, that's pretty funny. Otherwise, we can look at maybe doing like just like a slasher team, and just building like inside slashes with something like Wadger or whatnot. That could also be a really, really good option. Alright, final team. We have our GP burst. We're actually just gonna pop it. I didn't actually max my TOT MUSICA. Now that I'm really thinking about it, I totally forgot to max her out before the video. So, we'll make sure we'll do that for the next fight. And if we end up losing because of that, like, I'm going to be pretty pissed. This guy's got this, like, weird-looking fighter team. Maybe this isn't bot fights. Because this fighter team actually does have a bit of synergy. It's not exactly the greatest fighter team in the world, but, like, it does have synergy. Just super wonky-ass synergy, that's all. Why are we getting such bad RNG here? Kid, hit more than 2 units, dude. Brother, look at all the units in the back there. Hit those guys. Brother. Alright, as soon as TOT MUSICA goes, we are absolutely fine. Go up, you ain't doing damage to us, homie. Beautiful. Miss TOT MUSICA, wrap it all up for us. Thank you very much. Come on. You know what? We can just do this, can't we? Beautiful. You love to see it. So, like I said, that was definitely a bot. Didn't exactly get the greatest showing. So a bit scary there. But look, let's go level some stuff up, change some teams, and we'll come back to it. Alright, so it seems like now you lose the combat power. And the enemies obviously are a lot stronger. So we'll do a refresh. Alright, so we're going to go up against Mr. Sin Leo. His teams look a little bit interesting. I'm a bit scared of that Free Spirit team there. Like that could be super, super interesting. But we are going to go up against it with the Slasher team. We did change this one out. It's going to be a very interesting fight. We might actually go... I mean, there's a lot of Slashers on this team up the top here, right? So we might actually go like this and try and nerf the Slashers. And then we'll use our int-driven team on the middle. Still, it's a lot of scary. And obviously, without being able to refresh, and losing a couple retries early on, which probably wasn't my greatest play, makes it a little bit more challenging. However, like I said, we are nerfing Slashers quite heavily here with Enel as well as Rebecca Toy Soldier. We got our GP leader skill, which is great. We have maxed our GP burst and leader skill now, which is awesome. We didn't have it maxed on the last fight round as well, so that's awesome, interesting too. Straw Hat Crew is on this particular team, so I think this team he's getting a bit more of a buff. And it's still obviously scary because Straw Hat Crew can just give haste, Odin, Roger, they can all do a lot of damage. So we really want not that to happen. It's the exact opposite that we want to happen. Exactly, like that is the complete opposite. Like look at this, this is gonna hurt. Like honestly, I won't be surprised if we just lose because of that now. Oh, Odin's just gonna kill us. Oh no, Odin went. Okay, now it's our turn to throw some stuff back. Oh, that was scary. 4,000 fixed damage to everyone's great. Give me some defense, please. They tank driven. We can lower defense here to all of the slashes. Odin, go crazy. Please, son, go crazy. Okay, nice. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That makes me feel a lot better. And half stats on Odin kills Odin as well. Beautiful. That makes me feel so much better. Woo! That made me feel so much better. Beautiful. We're just going to go like this now because we've definitely won. Awesome. Got it. Still went down to the 30-second mark though because like free spirits can be absolutely crazy. They can be super scary as well. So the next fight is against Psy. So it's going to be a bit of an interesting one here. We are going to go up against with our TOT MUSICA team because we do have the Giants in the back and they're great at nerfing Psy. The team's built obviously around Driven. It's very Driven-centric. Hopefully, we can get the dub. I haven't really seen Sabo and obviously Snake Man and Mugiwara 56 Sanji used on the same team. So that's always interesting to see. There's a lot of free spirits there, so they're getting a lot of buffs. However, Straw Hat Crew boosts Strength, Dex, and Quick. So none of those colors are on this particular team. So what is our defense looking like? 17 defense on our INT characters, which is always fun. Fuji is losing out a little bit of defense, but that's okay. He's just so good for Driven. Halve stats of Yamato. Beautiful. That's awesome. Halving Yamato stats is just absolutely insane. Mainly because Yamato can hit very... Oh, okay, this is big. Oh, that is huge. Huge. Yamato's going to die. Alright, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Sanderson's going to go off. I would have loved to have seen the, what's it called? The GP Burst. Doesn't seem like TOT MUSICA's GP Burst is all that, like, easy to get. Then again, I might just be getting fairly unlucky. I think you just had to use 10 specials, or the enemy has to use 10 specials. Interesting. So the idea is, like, TOT MUSICA, like, you want to, like, take damage. But look, we're just going to go like this. Finish it off. Beautiful. You love to see it. Well, that's our 8th win. That one was a bit... was scary going in, but, like, once we were there, it was kind of done. Which was a lot more reassuring. Alright, so on to the final fight. I'm fairly certain this is another bot. However, I kind of just need the wins, to be honest, because as we do get up the ranks, you do start to feel the pressure. This will be going for our 9th win. And there's a shooter team, which is, like, unheard of. Shooters. Wild. And then the second team is a Free Spirit-centric team, but, like, isn't a Free Spirit team. So, fairly interesting kind of build here. But let's test out, with TOT MUSICA, let's test out the slasher team that we did put together. So, let's dive on in. Let's see how we go. I did put together a sort of slasher-centric, inside build. Not really inside build, to be honest. It's just got Whitebeard Roger. Whitebeard Roger technically get both the buffs from TOT MUSICA because they are Psy and Int. They don't count as typeless when the buffs get applied. Oh, actually, apparently they do. So, they do. They count as typeless. Never mind. Never mind. Take it back. Everything I just said, take it back. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. 9 cooldowns, though. So, we are getting quite a nice amount of cooldowns for our slasher characters. We have Dofi, which is kind of fun, and then we have 3 strength characters, so Law should be able to... Okay, that's annoying. Special Sealing out Odin. Okay, this Kizaru, can you just calm down? Calm down, homie. Oh, damn. Whitebeard Roger, man, like... Whitebeard and Roger are still so ridiculously powerful in Rumble, and are just so goddamn terrifying. Like, whenever you see them, like, coming in with that special, like, it's just, it's scary as hell. It's just so scary. Odin literally would have just killed everyone there. At the same time, I kind of don't really want to win too early. I kind of want them to use their specials. However... Frankie Tanky's pretty much the only one that's left of the special. No, he's not going to get it off. Let's do this. Finish it off there. So, unfortunately, we still don't have TOT MUSICA's GP's burst. Fairly challenging to get her burst, unfortunately. Because, like, in retrospect, like, you don't want to take specials. However, for her burst, you do want to take specials. So, it's a bit of like a double entendre sort of situation there. This team, it does not look too scary at all. It's filled with Free Spirit characters. Just the Free Spirit characters don't have a lot of synergy, right? Like Odin Boost, Psy, and Free Spirit. The idea here is we've gone in with Enel and Rebecca Toy Soldier, literally just to nerf Odin, because Odin is the scariest on the team. But there is Kinemon Dendro, so I thought, hey, like let's just try and nerf them, and then we'll save our TOT MUSICA for the final fight, if we get there. Plus, we will just sort of save our GP burst for them as well. I would love to have a little bit more cooldowns on this team. That'd be great. We might look at replacing Enel. But Enel gives a lot of defense, which is great. He pops off very fast. He's driven, so he gets under the TOT MUSICA buff. But overall, as a GP leader, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of TOT MUSICA. From what I've seen from Roger and Super Tandem Luffy, I still think Super Tandem Luffy and Roger are by far the best 2 GP leaders in the game. Roger's GP burst is just unparalleled. Luffy's is good, like really good. Luffy's is second, but I just think like Roger's is just so freaking powerful, especially for what slashers do. Just to drop the half stats right before either they're about to use their special or you're about to use their special. It just saves you so much damage, as well as also dealing so much damage. If we actually get the GP burst as well, by the way, it's game. It's already game, if I'm being honest. I'd love him to just use, like, what, 2 more specials? Santa Sonia will go now. I would love to just end this with a GP burst. Come on, don't go... Rebecca Tosaja, don't go crazy. Law, beautiful. Alright, now we're just going to GP burst it now. Just because we can. And, like, this is going to wrap it up for sure. Awesome. Like, just killing 2 units is, like, it's a lot of damage, too, with TOT MUSICA. It's a lot of damage. And beautiful. So, there we go. We got our 3 wins. We went out unscathed. Final thoughts on TOT MUSICA. She's good. Like, she is good. Because Driven is so powerful. And obviously, Psy is so powerful as well. And then just with the extra bonus of Int on top of that, like, you can do some really, really cool things. But I do think you need a lot of investment in the character to actually, like, make it work really, really well. But nevertheless, GP is over for another day. So let me know your thoughts and opinions on Top Musica in the comment section below. Let me know who you guys want to see next as the next GP leader. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing this. I think we'll definitely do Super Tandem Luffy next, or even Final Tap Luffy, because I did want to save them till the end. But I think once we get to the final 3 fights on the last day, we're just going in with our Roger and our Super Tandem Luffy team. So tomorrow, I think we'll do Super Tandem Luffy just to be safe. And then on the final day, we'll do Roger and Super Tandem Luffy. So let me know if there's anyone else you want to see, though, in the comment section below. While you're down there, don't forget to belt the like button for me if you're new to the channel, or you haven't done so already. Hit that big red subscribe button. Film Red is out in theaters now, so make sure to go check it out. I went and saw it tonight, and it was awesome. So if you have not seen it, make sure to go check that out. Most importantly, though, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Later!